This is Dr. Bert Brown. Dr. Brown is our anesthesiologist. If you look here, his job is to maintain the patient's life, really. He's the guy who's in charge of putting them to sleep, making sure they stay asleep, make sure that they're comfortable. He looks at a monitor the entire time to manage his vital signs and to make sure that his blood pressure, his fluid level, his hemostasis is maintained. So we're going to make sure that he does well. Dr. Brown, make sure he's comfortable, both during surgery and actually after surgery as well, temporarily, until we get him to the floor. But Dr. Brown is a great anesthesiologist, initially trained at Dartmouth and UT Southwestern. He's a brilliant guy. He's got a big conscience and he's got a big brain to go with it. So he is the key to making sure our patients stay alive and do well. And he's a vital part of this OR team. Let's walk around the OR real quick. So this is Sherry, we have multiple Sherrys in our room. Sherry's our x-ray tech, so she's gonna manage this mobile x-ray unit called a C-arm. So we can take x-rays as we put our screws in our fixation in and make sure that that's perfect. This is our other Sherry. This is our circulating nurse. She's the one who makes sure that we get all of the medications and all the supplies we need when we're doing an operation. We go over here, this is our monitoring technician. If you look at this squiggly monitor, you can see what she's doing is she's monitoring the spinal cord and the spinal nerves, both in the arms and the legs. And we get real-time feedback what's going on with the patient's spinal nerve status. So when we're doing operations around the spinal nerves and especially around the spinal cord like today, it's really important that we know how the spinal cord is functioning. One of the main reasons we do it is to protect the spinal cord from becoming injured. If there's anything that's going the wrong direction, if we see a monitoring aberrancy, then we're able to change gears real quickly and protect the spinal cord from any permanent damage potentially. And also it shows us when the nerves improve. We look at the speed of the conduction and the strength of conduction of the nerves, and that shows us how the nerves are responding to our freeing of the nerves, or we call it a decompression. So when we free the nerves of pressure, we like to see those nerves either speed up or get stronger. Sometimes we get the benefit of both, and when we walk out of the room, we know the patient's gonna be better. If you walk over here, this is our back table. Our back table has this blue sheet, shows us everything that's sterile is blue, so we don't want to touch anything that's blue. If you look at our scrub tech walking away right now, this is Marissa. She's an amazing spine scrub tech, and she's actually the head scrub tech for spine in this hospital. And we worked together for many years. Even when she was brand new, she worked with us, and now she's got years of experience doing complicated spine, so she is amazing. She's a huge part of making sure our patients are safe. When our instruments come out of the processing, we want to make sure that there's no holes in the drapes, that everything's sterile and stays uncontaminated throughout the process. So, Marissa. And then we have a bunch of equipment reps who come in and one by one walk through the case and make sure that the instruments that we need, the screws we need, the screwdrivers, and everything that we're putting in the spine, they hand that stuff to Marissa. And when we're done with that, then we do the surgery. And then facing you now is Dustin. And Dustin is my first assistant. He's an orthopedic physician assistant, and he's been assisting me for 5 years now. So he's an amazing asset to the team. He makes sure that we have the help. I can see what I'm doing, that he's suctioning for me so I can see. He retracts the tissue for me to make sure that the process is smooth. So that's part of the team. There's about 10 people in here when the surgery starts, and it's an entire team that makes this surgery possible.